coming up to that A bomb site and poking his head around, looks in and sees no Australians and will plant the bomb without any obtrusion. And Immunity straight away have got to think about a rotation and wondering how the heck they're going to get back into that A site. They open it up with a frag, and the Lions come back with two, though. Nico and Crystal both get in on the action. Karandis and Gazer both have themselves one in. Crystal's going to have to come from the walkway. Lovely headshot onto Gazer, and then a second. Yam goes down, and Crystal cleans house. I think he got 4 that round. Yes, he did, and that'll be the round. Excellent recovery of that bomb site.
That was a really nice play from Crystal right there. It was like holding the flank at the beginning, and then he came back. That was a nice play. Oh, they paused the game.
We have a pause. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Quad B live from MSI's Beat It here in Beijing. We are into round 2. Little pause for you as a system reboot with Transport Next B3 as we have the Lions up by 1-0 after a fantastic pistol round performance from Crystal. And they had the financial benefits here as we head into the Immunity side, who are loaded up with very little in the way of ammunition. XB3 from your position, very hard to make anything out of this round if you're Immunity.
If I'm Immunity, I will just like try take a guess and maybe do a stack in the bomb side.
And I think that's what they did on the A side.
Yeah, there's like a triple stack. They had like 3 people stack in the A side, but I'll probably buy some nades maybe and try like to do some damage with those nades, and then with some luck you can just get like some nice shots with an USP. But it's really hard on Dust to CD side to like do something on eco rounds, because if like usually a good team can control you perfectly and just wait for you to jump on them. Right now it's Lions, that's exactly what they did. They just like to control the round, they didn't lost anybody. That was perfect.
Yep, key fact for the Lions there, no deaths down and there's no rebuys, as we'll have the Immunity side now still 1 round away from having finances. And smoke through the middle as they hop past the double doors and up towards that B site. But in fact, Gazer's just going to sit down by that double doors with one of his teammates here and wait to see if they spy any of the Lions side, perhaps going along the walkway up towards A, where now they are. There are 4 players though in this little area. The look for the Immunity side is that they're going to A, and coming through these A double doors long would suggest so, but the Lions have taken their time, looked to see whether they could get any kills at the beginning, playing it safe.
Yeah, I like this plays by Lions right now. They're playing really smart. They don't take any chance to like lose a player. They're just being really, they take their time, and it's exactly what you need to do actually. To let the other team, you know, like you have to let them jump on you and make a mistake. Make that happen. You have guns, so you don't need to rush anything. It's a really good play from Lions right now.
Lions have got themselves 3 frags. We're going to try and find ourselves. No, we're not going to be able to get there. And Immunity move on to round 4. It's the first buy round for them, and it is a crucial moment.
Yeah, this is a really crucial round on this map. CD side is like, if you win that round, you can come back in the game. And I think if they lose that, it's going to be like a roller coaster. They're going to have a lot of troubles to come back. The Lions is just going to probably roll.
Up with Yam here, who's looking straight down the middle. Sees nothing. Rice has taken a bit of damage on those boxes. No sign of the Lions side, as 2 of them have popped through the double doors, got themselves a frag onto Papa John, and have escaped. Now make their way in towards the B tunnels. There's the AWP again, chiming in as Rise falls down, and it is going to be a B push, and it looks like there'll be little to no resistance on the other side. Frag comes in from Karandis, I'm wrong, and he follows it up with a nade, gets himself a second frag. Awesome work. Crystal does shut him down. Gaze is looking across, misses his shot, was a mile wide and a minute late as the hop came over, but the 2 frags have done their job to the frag onto Gaze of the AWP, and that's going to make this a tricky one here. Last man standing, I think, is Yam. Yes, he is, and he'll want to keep that AWP. Way, gets himself the frag onto Crystal. He's down to just 51 points of health though, but should just get out of there.
Save is gone. They're really chasing him really hard.
To his left, can't quite find the frag. He's still got just enough health. He may escape. He gets himself one, but no, awesome frag comes in there. And it's going to be 4 rounds to 0. Couldn't get away with an AWP at the end of the round, which means they're all back to 0. And what does this mean from a money perspective?
This is really bad. What's going on? But you have to like keep it up because it's on. You don't need that much. You don't need too many rounds on CD side. Especially all teams have a great T side. So if you get at least maybe 5-6 rounds, you can work something out on T side. But right now they have to save one more time, and it's already like 3 saves out of 5 rounds, and it's a lot.
Threat picks himself up the frag onto Gazer as Immunity have been, you can see, unfortunate the fact that every time they've gone hard on one bomb site on these saves.
Yeah, they've been running the same in Eco. Last 3 rounds.
Makes it also going to go up towards the A site, where he will find people to play with. As the nades come flying in, and fantastic nade gets 2. Rising Karanda's gone, Yam follows suit, Nico's got 4. And the Lions have 5 rounds on the board, into round 6, and a bye round for Immunity. Time to put something on the board.
That was another perfect round from Lions right now. I think they have like a lot of money right now, so they're really going to do probably a really good T side. I like how they play. They're playing really slow, smart. This is like good stuff from them.
And the Lions really have been careful to try and make this a perfect game. You've had 2 rounds without a frag. I think maybe 2 with just 1 frag against them as well. We'll check that out in a second. I don't think Nico knows that there's someone above him.
Yeah.
Yam's been picked off though by Exit. The smoke will clear and Nico will get dropped by Karandus. And Threat takes a look as Karandus goes walkie straight away, thinking the coast would have been clear, but no. Threat was still behind on the catwalk, and Papa John is going to have to come in and get some frags. They're going to have to recover B. If you're the Immunity side though, you got to be thinking, are you going to make this? Oh, maybe you will with a double AWP frag. Threat and Fred both go down. And now the Immunity side, they have an opening, but they're not going to take it. They don't want to go up against those 2 men who are already set in B, and they've got 3 guns for the next round. Correct decision not to push?
Yeah, I think so. When it was like a 4v3 when they took over the B side and planted the bomb, so those kills, he just got those kills because they were like chasing him. So I think that was a good decision from Immunity right now to save this one. It's really important.
Interesting point though, if you look at the 5 rounds prior to that, there had only been 6 frags against the Lions.
This is not good for them right now, but they can still do
The Australians who perhaps didn't adjust well to the stage, have still got a bit to learn. The Lions are war-hardy individuals who have been round the track a few times. How much does experience play in a situation like this?
What can I say? This is like really huge, and plus Lions, like they won that tournament last week, so they must be like really confident, and that makes them like play way much better.
Immunity find themselves now.
Immunity can't be afraid. They have to do their best and like still.
Rise pokes his head up. Yan gets himself a frag onto Fear. The bomb has been planted. Threat gets himself one back on the Papa John, but there's Gazer again with the frag. Crystal in at the double with 1, but Nico's going to keep it going, and we go tit for tat with the frags. Yam is going to have to pick off Nico to do it, and Immunity may well just be able to pick up their first round, and the Australians are on the board and will breathe a huge, huge sigh of relief. Ooh, couldn't get that AWP up there. So from here, opportunity to pick up 3 or 4, or am I getting ahead of myself?
No, this is like, I think it's going to be the most important round of the side right now, because like if Immunity can pick up that round, they're going to have the money control coming back to them for themselves, and if they don't, they will go for another save and probably a double save, and it's going to be really hard for them to combat. Because right now, Lions has a lot of money, so they can probably buy the next four rounds in a row.
Lions had to rebuy twice, though, because they lost 4 on the round before, and they just rebought for all 5. So, this, as you said, from a...
Yeah, they lost a bunch of guns, but since like they're terrorists, the guns are not that expensive, so I still think they have a good money control.
Nico's learnt his lesson from the last time he was in this situation. There's no one on his head this time. Frag gets himself a frag onto Yam, and Exit gets one back, and Lions roll with 5 unanswered frags, and Immunity find themselves asking the question again and again and again, what went wrong then? We didn't perhaps get to see because we were with Nico, but just one after another they fell.
It's going to be a tough situation for them right now. They have to double save, and if they buy next round, they're going to buy probably like Colossus, and they won't have like any nades, so it's going to be real. That could be a bad decision for them, and they're probably going to do it because right now it's
the interesting point though with Immunity is I watched this, and having only seen 8 rounds of Immunity in my entire life, I watched this thinking there's potential there though. They're struggling, but if they had the benefit of playing European teams all the time, there's potential this team to go places.
Actually, I think they're going to boot camp for a week after this tournament in Sweden, so they're probably going to take a lot of experience out of it, and it's going to be good for them because individually those players from Immunity are like really good. So I think they might like probably get. They're going to get prepared better for the next tournament. Right now, this is pretty much just a test for them. They just want to see how can they do with that preparation against the best teams in the world.
Crystal nades across. Lions are moving ahead across it. Themselves another frag rises there. It is the second save as you called, and 2 players darting down to long A have already taken damage as Fear gets himself one more, and his 3rd frag. Papa John is going to get one frag back for them, but he is now the lone soldier with a big target on his head. He's got one to his left that he doesn't know about as well, coming from down to A. He gets himself one more frag, but...
That was a wise decision from Immunity to save again, even if the score is 9-1 right now. That was a really good decision from them, because I think they're going to be able to buy the entire half, I think, until the end of the half. And if they get at least maybe 5 or 6 rounds, that's going to be really huge.
So, 9-1 the score, 5 rounds to go on Immunity's CT side. As the Lions again push the catwalk.
Seems like Lions it's been working out for them perfectly, so they won't change anything. And he's working again.
Here we go. No obstruction coming into A now as they've washed it all away. Crystal picks up the frag on the rise. There's only Carandas left to stop them, and he's doing it. He's got one teammate left, sorry. Crystal down. Doesn't have that teammate anymore, and Carandas and his 7 points of health have got to go big or bang. And bang was the option chosen. 10-1.
I think they might be able to buy, I'm not sure.
Nope.
I guess not. They're going in front of the save. Well, things are not really looking really well for them right now. They have to get the last 3 rounds coming up. Definitely, or this match is going to be a disaster for them.
And another, and this is like lambs to the slaughter at the moment as the Lions are roaring through the jungle. It is a lion versus a lamb. New Zealand and Australia. Crystal picks himself up the frag on the Gazer. Nico's in and has got Carandas down, and there's just one man left standing. It's Yam. He's keeping himself as far away from trouble as he possibly can.
He's probably going to try to get an AK from somebody like waiting for him, because they really need guns like that.
You have no faith in Yam?
No, it's just that was a nice shot.
So there you have it. 11-1 the score, and the game slipping away from immunity.
He definitely need those last few rounds, or I think we're just gonna blow this match away, throw this match away.
It's never going to be an easy one.
The thing is, like, they should have done something and changed their strategy and try to, like, something new, because Lions have been running the same strategy the entire off, so they should have changed something and, like, doing something random maybe, just like unlock the situation and get a couple rounds. It's working right now.
Two big frags from Gazer in his AWP, make that three! Coming in onto the A side, he gets himself a hat-trick of frags and the Swedes start to fall. Papa John goes down as Threat strikes and the Lions claw their way back with another frag. Rise is gone, and now the Lions have just one man left standing. In fact, Threat is up, and he's making his way in towards A. He's got 31 points of health. He knows that there's an AWP behind that box, and he finds him. Lovely frag onto Gazer, but Karandis is going to pick it up, and Immunity have their second round on the board. 2 rounds left in this half, and they may just have found themselves a lifeline.
Yeah, that was a crazy round from Gazer. He really like holded the A-bomb side really well. Really good. They needed that. They needed that individual action from one of them. That was a great round from him.
So here we go. The Lions.
This is the basics, running the same strat again.
With Nico going through the double doors as he's done so many times. You have the first frag as Yan has been picked off by the AWP. As is Gazer, and Karandis finally gets one back, but looks like into B the Lions go, and doesn't look like Threat is going to have any difficulties putting that bomb down. As Rise is with Papa John down at A, and the two of them are the last two standing.
They have to save those guns right now, because the next round they're not gonna have any money. They need those guns, or either way, the last round they're gonna eco, and they're gonna bite eagles, and it's gonna be really hard for them to win this. So they have to save those guns right now, so they're going to be able to drop.
Rise has spotted one, gets himself the frag onto it, lost a little bit of health I thought, but will get away. Looks like the bomb's going to blow, and a pair of them now are going to watch those gates down to A and get away with their weapons. Oh, they're not! Crystal's got the one, and Immunity with the last round now to play have just one man with a bomb.
Gonna have to get 2 guns right now to drop the pool, and the rest of the team is probably playing with Eagles or FAMAS.
Here we go, Threat rushing in towards B. We'll open up onto Yam, who went walking into the tunnels. The Lions attack charges in unopposed. It's going to be 13-2 here unless something special happens. Bomb planted, and Papa John is struck down in his prime. Gazer and Rise do pick up a frag. Gazer's now the last man standing for Immunity. As Nade tying his shoelace. Immunity 12-13. Halfway through then thinking that Immunity had potential. I somewhat take back. They looked a little weak in that second half. They looked like they lost belief.
They are definitely in trouble right now. It's all going to be on the pistol round. If they can take that pistol away from Lions, they could fight their way back, I think. I was talking to them actually, and they said they were like they were like glad to play them on the Dust 2 because they were like the best map. But it's gonna be really hard now.
Okay, we have lost a player, and until we find him again, we're going to take a momentary break. So we'll be back here on Quad V, live from the MSI Beat It tournament here in Beijing. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Quad V. Yes, we are ready for the second half of Lions versus Immunity here in the group stages. Lions have raced away to a 13-2 lead at half-time and need just 3 more to take their first match. And I'm joined by XP3 of Complexity, or formerly of Complexity. XP3, how do you start to come back from that against a team in such form?
You definitely pistol. So they have to be really, really. It's a huge round. This is the match point right now.
Certainly is. Win and convert a pistol round, and the 3 rounds that Lions need to get to the magic number of 16 will be theirs.
I like it. They're about to take long, and I think they pushed somebody in the back. So he's going to watch the flank. If they try to flank long, it's not bad. Actually, it's really good.
No one actually in A for Alliance.
Apparently, Lions is like running exactly the same pistol as Immunity, just giving away the A-bomb side. And it's a 5v5 fight.
Here we go. Here come the Lions. Give me a roar, XP3. Yeah, makes his way up towards the stairwell. Walked into threat, though, and there are 3 Lions there. Gazer picks down 1, 2. Can he get the 3? No. Fiat comes in with 2 frags, and Rice and Papa John are both gone. They have a bomb that they have to defuse now. Last man standing is Carandus down at long A. He's in a spot of bother here as they open fire onto him. Bomb's been defused, and the Lions take the round. Sure, but XP3, your thoughts on that afterplant situation?
I don't know how Immunity just lost that round. They were like in control. They should have won. They definitely should have won that pistol round right now because they planted the bomb on a 5v5. They had nades. They knew Lions were coming from Cat, and they still that TK was crucial. They got a TK. They killed each other, and that was like really. They should have won.
Lions and their Famouses open up. 4 frags down. Nico and Fiat spread the love. And there's only...
That's such another great play by Lions right now because they knew that Immunity was about to force by guns and drop the Leos and AKs. And so they decided to just play aggressive and not sit in the bomb site and like try to find them and kill them instantly. And that's exactly what happened. They pushed tunnels and Immunity wasn't ready for that and it just got cut off. And that was a perfect play.
And Carandus, who's the last man standing, is not standing anymore, courtesy of an AK headshot from Nico. So, last round, match point. As the atmosphere in the room reaches fever pitch. But we have a pause from Gazer, and we will take a pause with that. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're on match point with the Lions and Immunity here from MSI's Beat It in Beijing. So we have Lions poised delicately with 14 rounds to spare. That's Immunity. They do pick themselves up the first frag. Crystal gets picked off by Yam, and here we go. The threatening exit. Open up a whirlwind of revenge. 3 frags between the 2 of them, and now just 2 men dallying around the catwalk. And, between a rock and a very hard place, Rise has to save the day. And he... dies. 15 becomes 16, and 16 to 1 is a winning scoreline. Congratulations to the Lions, who have raced and roared and... well, I'm going to give up with the Lion puns there. But they've won.
Yeah, they played a great match. It was a really good match, actually, from them. They didn't did any mistake, and they were like in complete control of the match. So props to them. They played really well.
XP3, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
We'll be back with more Counter-Strike. Not sure exactly when, but we'll bring it to you as soon as we know, any moment now.